Alright, fresh water and scratch. Here it comes. Started with 9, we're down to 7. Well, guys, I gotta say something. Thank you for all those who commented and liked and subscribed on that last video. It was pretty shocking. I really didn't expect anybody to watch a 37-minute video. I didn't even edit it, which you saw. If you watched it all, it was just random thoughts of a guy on a random morning. After a really good night's sleep, and a lot of sleep at that. The connection was really good. The interaction with people commenting was really good, and I thank you guys for the encouragement, the prayers, and everything else you sent my way. And to the, as of last night at least, it was like 31 new subscribers. So like I said, it's not about the subscribers so much, but it's still nice to get some. And it was really nice to get the comments and having the interaction. It was good to know that, you know, just me letting go and making that video, some of you all didn't feel so alone anymore, and neither did I after I got the comments and everything else. I knew I wasn't alone. I know that there's 15 million in my generation. At least that's what I think. Years ago, I got to thinking about why did I, all through the years, why did I always know either people that were 10 years younger or 10 years older? I never really knew or hung out with people that were my age. And part of it was I moved right after high school, so you know, I was thrown out there just randomly meeting people, and I never really met people that were my age. They were always either 8 to 10 years older or 8 to 10 years younger. And as the internet came about, it was probably 10 years ago or so, I looked up birth statistics of the different generations. And if I remember correctly, and I think I do, I don't know why I'd forget this, but I think in Generation X, I want to say there was 15 million in Generation X, and in the Boomer generation there was 30 million, and in the generation after Generation X is 30 million. And I don't know, I'm not sure if that was per gender. 15 million males, probably 15 million in each generation, both sexes. And that seemed kind of peculiar to me, and I think I even ran across some information at the time, and it makes total sense to me that, you know, I was born in 1968, and Generation X is 64 to 80, 65 to 80 maybe. And I'm not exactly sure when abortion became legal, but it makes sense that we were the first generation to have our parents have the opportunity to abort us. Right off the bat, just being born into Generation X, you're already kind of rare. More rare than the other generations because of that fact. I think a lot of people in the early days of abortion probably jumped onto that. And, you know, I'm not debating whether it's right or wrong. I have my feelings about it. And, you know, It's not really why I'm talking about this. The fact of the matter is, it came around, and abortion became legal, and it turns out that our generation was thinned out, so to speak. And that kind of explained why in most other workplaces that I worked in and everything, that I usually just I didn't meet people my age. And now I'm getting older, I tend to run into more people my age. Yeah, we're out there. I mean, even if it's just 15 million for the whole population, for the whole generation, that is still, you're twice as likely to meet or run into a boomer or a what is it, millennial, than you are to run into your own generation, just by the numbers. And I want to. I had another thing happen about a month ago. I ran into this guy, and he was 37. So he was born in 1987. And some of you guys watching might be able to relate to this, because we know we grew up in the good times, grew up in the 80s and graduated and moved on and did our thing. But looking back, let's be honest, a lot of us became drug addicts or alcoholics. And what he conveyed to me was, he was born in 1987, and he was kind of having a hard night. Canceled his plans with his girlfriend, and he said to me, he's like, well, she wanted me to do this and this and this, and he didn't know how to react. And he's like, I don't know how to act with a girlfriend. He goes, both my parents were meth addicts, and he did his time. I think he said he had been clean for 3 years. And it occurred to me that him being born the same year that I graduated, and I should have graduated in '86. I got held back in the 4th grade for being a problem child, but graduating in '87, his parents were my classmates, our classmates. And I bet everybody watching here can, especially from that generation, you can see the difference between the 80s and the 2000s. A lot of people just went wild, and it's almost like it was unleashed on the population on purpose, much like the fentanyl thing is today. And with Nancy Reagan's war on drugs, just say no. The war on drugs was a war on people, for sure. And we can look back and see exactly what happened to some of us. It was nice to hear from my generation and those close by. I am hopeful for the future. I'm not that sad. I've been sad before in my life. I'm not that sad. I'm not that depressed. I do wake up every morning grateful, and grateful to still have a chance to improve. The boomer generation is retiring at the rate of like 1 every 11 seconds. And if there's 30 million of them, and there's only 15 million of us, excuse me, who's going to take their place? Who's going to fill those positions? And I guess it's going to be AI. So AI might be coming at just in the nick of time. I'm about to head off to a job. Yesterday I got a call. There's an awning on a building downtown, and to go check it out. And I got there, and it was about half pulled out of the wall. It's probably about 20 feet long, and about a half of it was still bolted up to the building, and the other half was drooping down. And I went and got my scaffolding, set it up, and I tried to get up there, but it was still windy. So I went back last night after the wind died down a little bit, and I at least got it secured. I don't think they used enough lag bolts to hold that thing into the building. So I'm going to drill a few more holes in the framework and attach a few more bolts to the building, so make sure it can handle stronger winds than we even had yesterday. I'll film a little bit of it,